Namaste and welcome. I'm Master Stephen Ko, a disciple of Grandmaster Chokhok Sui. I just want to spend a few minutes to share with you the exciting things that we'll be doing when I come to Australia from November 27 to December 9. You see, what Master Chokhok Sui has always done is taken deep spiritual teachings and put it in so simple, practical terms that we can immediately apply it into our lives as soon as we walk out of the classroom. So let me just take a few minutes to share with you some of the classes, the events that we're going to have while I'm there. So one of them is an introductory class, basically a meditation night. You know, how to meditate, what is energy, what it means to have a spiritual connection, how to have more inner peace, how to use that inner peace and bring it into your life so that you can handle stress better, so that when you're at work you'll be more effective, how you can handle relationships better, how to harmonize with your loved ones, how to actually turn negative people into more positive people. So these are some of the simple things that we're going to be sharing with you on those introductory nights. And for some of you who have studied a lot or have meditated, I want to show you this image here on the soul, the divine self, some of the deeper teachings that a lot of different traditions and cultures have often kept secret. So in this introductory night of the healing power of the I Am Nature, we're going to go through in more detail how to harness that divine connection and how to heal people, how to use that energy to transform negative people to positive people, how to turn negative situations at work to more positive ones. So all of that is just simply an introduction, but you're going to walk away with a lot of tools that you can use right away. All right. And the other thing that we want to do also is a class on the Tree of Life. This class is called The Spiritual Essence of Man, the Chakras, and the Inverted Tree of Life. All right, as you can see in this image. Now, a lot of people have studied the Tree of Life. The interesting thing is, which one? You see, every spiritual practice have their own Tree of Life. You have the Jewish system. That's the one that you see there. There's the Egyptian version. There's the Hindu version. There's the Assyrian version. And when I was in Ireland a few months ago, they even showed me an Irish one. So this Tree of Life is quite universal, but the interesting thing about this Tree of Life in the Jewish system is it is quite deep in its meanings. All those energy centers, let me show you it again. These are Sephiroth, or the power centers. Each of these power centers have specific energies or frequencies that we can harness to be able to increase our spirituality, increase our intelligence. What else? Activate our hearts, increase our physical energy, and a lot of other things that you won't think of that are actually connected to our energy centers. Now, one thing very interesting that Grandmaster Chokhok Sui shared with the public, which was actually astounding, is a lot of us have heard about the Lord's Prayer, Our Father who art in heaven, right? What people don't realize is the Lord's Prayer as we know it is actually an ancient code. It's like a bunch of passwords. So each line of the Lord's Prayer is actually connected to each of the power centers of the Tree of Life, and it unlocks it and unleashes its potential. So in this Spiritual Essence of Man and the Chakras and the Inverted Tree of Life, we'll go through it in detail and let you experience the energy of each of these chakras, of these energy centers, as we go through each of the meditations. All right? Then the next thing we're also going to do, let me just share it with you right here. All right? So that's the image of the Buddha. And the title of the class is The Inner Teachings of Buddhism Revealed. You see, in every culture, you have different belief systems. And then, of course, in these belief systems are the different religions. So you have Christianity, you have Buddhism, you have Islam, you have Judaism. What people don't realize is every religion has the inner schools and the outer schools. If you remember in the story in the Bible, the Lord Jesus said to the apostles, "To you, I give the keys to the kingdom of heaven. To them outside, we give stories." What are stories? Stories, that's what they call parables. So right there and then you see Christianity has the inner teachings, the outer teachings. Buddhism also has the inner teachings and the outer teachings. See, I grew up, in the Philippines, being a primarily Catholic country, and also have Chinese parents. So I got to see the outer teachings, the stuff we do, rituals. But I didn't know what the heck I was doing. When I met Grandmaster Chokhok Sui, he let me realize what he said. Look, every religion has the deeper teachings that are shared only to the inner circles. And so what he did is took a lot of these inner teachings, basically put it in simple terms that you and I can understand. So when we cover this in the classes, you learn about the Four Noble Truths. What is suffering, right? What are the causes of suffering, how to end the suffering, and so on and so on. What people don't understand is these teachings are not just for the elite. They're for everyday people, that if you study it, you practice it, you will be able to walk into a chaotic situation, stay calm, with a focused mind, and be able to deal with it that you would not be able to do before, simply by understanding key deep teachings or secret teachings that the Lord Buddha taught. And I'm excited to share with you that, in my life, when I learned this, under Master Choa Kok Sui, everything was simple, and I went home, I could see the difference immediately, and I hope you can too. All right. Now, the next one I want to just talk about briefly has to do with balance. The question is, what's balance? You see, a lot of people don't realize spirituality and prosperity are two sides of the same coin. I remember Master Choa used to always say, look, it's difficult to serve on an empty stomach. Money is simply a tool to help you have the freedom to attain things that are permanent or spiritual. For example, a lot of us want to go to holy places. A lot of us probably wants to start a spiritual center to help a lot of people. A lot of us probably have relatives and friends that we want to financially help or give to certain charities that are in dire need. Well, guess what? If you're financially not stable, how are you going to help other people? So that's why the way Master Choa explains this, big upper chakras, to have a lot of spiritual energy come in, have to be balanced with strong lower chakras to keep us grounded, practical, and productive. That said, so one of the exciting classes that has changed my life, well, all of them have, is called Kriya Shakti. Here it is. So Kriya Shakti actually teaches us, how to use specific ancient teachings on how to generate thoughts that are so powerful that you can make changes in your life and the lives of others very, very quickly. In fact, in the classes, you'll be taught how to feel energy. And then you'll be able to feel, oh, is this thought that I'm going to send out to do my work, is it strong enough? Is it the higher probability it will manifest? You see, a lot of people keep talking about, oh, manifestation. They don't realize the proper or the more exact word for manifestation is actually called materialization. That's why Kriya Shakti is the science of materialization for prosperity and for spirituality. You see, if you have a certain project, it starts in your thoughts, right? You want to improve your finances. You want to buy a new car. You want to pay for your children's education. You want to start a healing center, a spiritual center. It starts as a thought. The secret in materialization, literally materialization, is just like taking water vapor, turning it into water, and turning it into an ice cube. Taking a thought that is so subtle you cannot see until you can feel the energy, and based on so many people who've used these techniques, be able to materialize it, be able to put it into physical form so your life can be more productive. You'll notice that financially things will improve, and you'll help other people with their own projects also. So that's Kriya Shakti, all right? Then one of the classes that we'll also be sharing and teaching is called Spiritual Business Management, right here. Now, a lot of people don't realize that this class is not just for people who are self-employed or have businesses. People who own their business don't have a choice but to be self-starters. They don't really have a choice but to keep pushing themselves to be successful. So even though this is originally called Spiritual Business Management, a lot of the tools that are given to you in this class has to do with self-development. The first part of it deals with how to remove stress. Using simple panicking techniques in less than 5 minutes, how to flush out all the stress so you have clarity of mind. How to have more inner strength so that even if there's a certain, problem in front of you, a certain challenge in your work, in your relationship, you know how to keep a level head, how to handle it step by step, how to schedule your day. A lot of us, we have a list of all our lists, right? You have this list, you go, oh man, I'm not even done with this list. Here's another list. How to prioritize it, without reading a lot of these self-help books that are this thick. Simple chart that you can follow. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And that's what I love with Master Choa. Everything simple, direct to the point. All right? then part of this class, Spiritual Business Management, which is quite amazing, is this one right here. It has to do with the 7 rays. A lot of people who want to understand the people they work with, all right, they don't realize that spiritually, there's a certain energy that comes down to their crown. Spiritually, there's 7 types of energy that affects us. It has to do with will. One of the energy is will. One of them is love. One of it is higher mental faculty. One is details. One is devotion. One is why some people are very, very systematic. By understanding these 7 rays or these 7 ray qualities, you can see your own strengths. We know our own strengths, our own weaknesses, how to correct them. And if you have loved ones or friends or at work, or if you have a business or something like that, you can actually see, this person has strong 1st ray, 3rd ray. This is how I communicate with this person. This person is more 2nd ray, more loving, more devotional. Okay, I have to approach him on the emotional level. Just by looking at this chart of the 7 rays, it's easy to understand yourself and other people. And as a bonus, part of this class also includes the teaching on the Sphinx. A lot of times people think, oh, Sphinx, I know that. That's in Egypt. They don't realize the Sphinx is actually an ancient archetype, if you will, or teaching on certain qualities that we can develop. And this teaching on the Sphinx can be used for spiritual. It can be used for a relationship, for money. Just to make it quick for you, the image of the Sphinx is something like this. It has the head of an angel or a human being. It has the body of a bull. It has the paws of a lion, and it has the wings of an eagle. By looking at this, if you understand each of the parts of this and apply it in your life, you notice that every part of your life can be enhanced. Things that are imbalanced in your life, maybe you're working too hard, but you're not having enough love in your life, or spiritually you don't have inner peace. All of that can easily be mapped out as you look at the Sphinx, and that's the exciting thing we're going to cover. So I hope you'll be able to join me. I'll look at the list. So from November 27 to November 30, I'll be in Sydney, New South Wales. From December 2 to December 3, I'll be in Brisbane, Queensland. And December 4 to 7 in Perth, Western Australia. And December 8 and 9, Melbourne, Victoria. I've never been to Australia. I'm excited, and I hope you can join me. The website is there, mastercoinoz.com. They came up with this, and it's pretty interesting. It has all the classes, the schedules that are there, and I'm looking forward to sharing as much of these things that my teacher shared with me, and you will come away transformed. By the way, if I sound really excited, this is how I teach in class. And so I think that's pretty much it. Namaste. God's blessings be with you. Looking forward to seeing all of you. Bring your friends, your loved ones, and let's have a wonderful time. Namaste. Take care. Bye.